I would now like to invite Margaret Asmus up to present our next special award.
The Garth Pickard Award for Post-Secondary Excellence in Education was created in after the passing of Dr. Garth Pickard in 2021. Garth was an academic here at the University of Saskatchewan. He was instrumental in starting up the RCE, and he believed that great change was possible and that it could be brought about through holistic, integrated, and interdisciplinary approaches to education, especially post-secondary education and the training of the next generation of educators. I believe that Garth Pickard was also the person who brought about the link with the Lieutenant Governor's office. He had a special relationship with a former Lieutenant Governor, I can't remember which one, sorry, and established the relationship between our organization and the Lieutenant Governor's office in terms of the patronship, because for the last couple of Lieutenant Governors, they have been patrons of our organization, so he was very instrumental in that. This award was created to recognize a project led by an individual or group of academic students and or staff at a post-secondary institution in Saskatchewan that shows innovation and excellence in education for sustainable development. So I will announce the recipient of this award. It is the Breastfeeding Advocacy Hub, as represented by Dr. Sheila Hirani from the University of Regina.
Hello everyone. I'm Dr. Sheila Hirani, Associate Professor at the University of Regina, Faculty of Nursing, as well as I'm a lactation consultant, a breastfeeding advocate, and a founding director of Breastfeeding Advocacy Research Lab. It's my great pleasure to receive this prestigious award, and today it's my great privilege to present right in front of you my project, which is the Breastfeeding Advocacy Knowledge Hub. Next slide. Talking about breast milk is a lifesaver for the young babies. If we compare it with any other kind of the feeding option for the young babies, breast milk saves money because it's more of an economic option. You don't have to buy formula, the expensive one. You don't need the water that should be the extremely clean one. You don't need the supplies. Even it reduces the carbon footprint. On the other hand, it is having so much of the antibodies that it prevents the young babies from the variety of infections. Not only holding the short-term benefits, but it also holds the long-term benefit for our younger generation, that because it prevents the younger generation from the variety of chronic diseases like asthma, the diabetes, the cardiac diseases, and many more. The obesity is one of those. So definitely breast milk is one of the very natural, readily available, and a clean and safe option. And that's one of the reasons that WHO, World Health Organization, has recommended breast milk to be continued exclusively for the first 6 months with no water, with no other supplement, and then continuing it up to the age of 2 years and beyond. Talking about Saskatchewan, our beautiful province, we do have a sharpest decline in the breastfeeding prevalence rates. And talking about that, soon after the childbirth in hospital, 94.9% mothers actually initiate the breastfeeding with the support of the healthcare professionals. But within the 1 month, 15% mothers stop breastfeeding, and within 1 to 6 months, 22% mother further stop breastfeeding. And by the time of the child's 6th month of their lifetime, only 38.8% of the mothers are able to exclusively breastfeed their babies. So that actually indicates that in our province, our young babies are not actually getting the full advantage of the best option, which is a very natural, even reduces the carbon footprint. And through few of my researches that were funded by Jim Pattison Children's Hospital Foundation, the Tri-Agency SHRC, as well as by Saskatchewan Health Research Foundation, what we found out as a root cause that actually mothers do have the lack of access to the easy to understand breastfeeding resources. Many of those resources are so much in the technical languages that it's so hard for them to understand that what exactly are the benefit and what should be done in case if they encounter any issues. On a second note, the another key challenges that mothers face in our province is the lack of breastfeeding support in the community and the public places like in the workplaces, shopping malls, public transit, parks and the restaurant. So that actually further indicate that not only the educational upliftment is required at the maternal level, but also required at the society level. So we do have the resources in the easy to understand language for everybody, so everybody can support those mothers as well. Next slide, please. So the innovation that came into being from my research lab was the Breastfeeding Advocacy Knowledge Hub that was offering the easy to understand accessible e-resources that were also evidence-based, and it was on breastfeeding. So there were three key kind of a target for the Knowledge Hub and for those easy to understand resources. The first goal was to empower the mothers with the accessible breastfeeding education on breastfeeding. The second goal was to dismantle the breastfeeding barriers by raising the public awareness on the importance of breastfeeding so that everybody can support mother. And on the third level, to advocate for the baby-friendly initiatives in the diverse care settings like shopping malls, restaurant, public places, and workplace settings. Next slide, please. So what we learned that Breastfeeding Knowledge Hub actually resulted in the development of and the dissemination of over 60 evidence-based, easy to understand and accessible open access breastfeeding e-resources that is now offering the informational support to over 200,000 mothers worldwide. It is building the capacity of over 5,000 service providers, and these resources even went beyond the boundary of Saskatchewan, were adopted by number of local, national, and international organizations that were offering direct and indirect services to breastfeeding mothers. It also led to the creation of the baby-friendly initiatives and also resulted in breastfeeding promotion not only in Saskatchewan but also beyond. Next slide, please. So overall 10 sustainable development goals addressed by this particular project. The goal number 1, because breast milk is an economic option. Number 2, zero hunger, because breast milk prevents the babies and young children from the food insecurity. Number 3, promotes the good health, because breast milk saves lives of young babies. Goal number 13, because breastfeeding reduces the carbon footprint, doesn't require any supplies. And overall, we were able to have the quality education by disseminating the education to all mothers. We were empowering mothers, and also this project had the sustainable cities and communities kind of a goal into mind as well, because it was advocating for the safe spaces for all mothers. And at the same time, number 8, 10, and 17 sustainable development goals tackled by this project, because it also advocated for the collaborative and sustainable policies, practices, and programs that can support the well-being of all mothers and young children in Saskatchewan and beyond. I'm very, very thankful to REC Saskatchewan and for this particular honor. This means a lot to me. It gives me a great motivation to continue this work and continue to benefit our young generation. Thank you so much.